And today, being the World Sight Day, we also have the Nguu Masumba by-election in Makueni County, and we do have our very own Ed Kabasa, who is on standby and has been monitoring how the voting exercise has been since morning. Ed, if you can hear me, kindly bring us up to speed. What is the latest?
A very good afternoon to you, Ben Troy. It's a very hot afternoon here in Makueni County, but the exercise did begin very early at 6 a.m., just as scheduled by the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission. And we have seen a number of IEBC commissioners, and it is a sign that things are going as planned. There are three candidates who are contesting this seat. The United Democratic Alliance has a candidate, so does the Mwaiwa Party, as well as an independent candidate by the name Timothy Maneno. This election, this by-election, has attracted a lot of interest, considering the fact that it comes just 1 year to the general election. All these parties are looking to make a foothold in this particular region and make a statement, a political statement, that ahead of the general election they are able to convince the voters that they are able to deliver on the things that the residents want. And shortly I will be joined by the presiding officer. We are at Nthithi polling center, and here is a very good afternoon to you. What is your name, sir?
My name is Peter, the presiding officer, Lindi polling station 1.
We don't see a lot of people coming in to vote. Does it mean that they had voted and went to do their daily business, or you are still waiting for them to finish their daily business and then come and vote?
Not really. We had a huge turnout in the morning, especially from 6 and up to around 10 and 11. Actually, right now the process has gone down a bit, but we are hoping by around 5 o'clock, before we close, we'll have another huge turnout in the morning.
How many registered voters are casting their ballot here today?
1,240.
And are you able to tell us perhaps the predicted turnout, or this is something that is beyond your control?
Well, considering by now we have around 500 voters who have voted, we're estimating probably around 700 to 800 voters will probably cast their vote today, which is a huge turnout considering it's a by-election. It's not a general election.
And most of the centers did open at 6 a.m. Are you going to close everything here at 5, or you're going to extend it a little bit so that those who are yet to cast their ballot get the opportunity to do so?
Not really, because by law, once we open a polling station at 6, we have to close at 5 p.m. However, if you have people on the queue at 5 o'clock, we will allow them to vote, of course, yeah.
And what is the process? After you're done counting, how are you going to deliver the results to the tallying center?
Well, once we are done with the counting, we'll just get into our vehicles and then go directly to the tallying center, where we'll give the result directly to the RO, who will read the result out, what the PO will give.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, Ben, that is the presiding officer at Nthithi polling center. He has said that at least 500 people have cast their ballot so far out of the over 1,000 registered voters who are eligible to cast their ballot here. We are still going to be following up this election, this by-election, until the results are announced. Three candidates, an independent candidate, as well as a Mwaiwa Party candidate, and a UDA candidate. A lot is hanging on this exercise in Makueni County. My name is Edward Kabasa. Back to you.
Earlier claims of voter intimidation, has that been addressed yet?
All right. Thank you very much, Troy, for that question. We did speak to a number of players, the stakeholders in this. These are the aspirants as well as some of the representatives who are acting on behalf of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission. What we were told is that this is a fair process. Every voter is going to be given the opportunity to make his or her voice heard. And after it's all said and done, the counting will begin, and the results which will be announced, that is the true picture of what had transpired during the day. So there shouldn't be any worry about voter bribery, because voters have already decided on who they want to be their member of the county assembly here at Nguu Masumba ward.
Ed Kabasa, and for final question, how has the situation been in terms of security-wise? Because at least you are in one polling station. Have you been able to know how other polling stations are?
From yesterday, there has been a heavy presence of security agencies here, and everywhere you go, there is a police officer or two. The polling centers, the polling stations, it is a requirement by law that IEBC provides enough security, not just for the voters, but also for the process in general. There hasn't been any incidents since morning. Yesterday there were a couple of incidences, but today the polling centers have been peaceful, and by the mere fact that the candidates are not so many, even the agents who are overseeing this process are just 3 per polling station. So we don't expect any incidents of insecurity, because, as I said, the government through the county security office, they have ensured that enough security is provided.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Ed Kabasa. Of course, you will keep us updated on that. 3 candidates, 1 winner. Who will it be? We will be getting back to Ed Kabasa before the day ends, so that we may know who will carry the day.